I never made it back out here last night, so we're gonna fire up the disc, move it to my piece, and then we will work on it there and get it ready to hopefully attack that section with ease, which I doubt will happen, but we can hope. We've made it. I need to fix that window somehow. We need to grease this. We need to tighten 3 gangs. And we are currently putting our guide tire on. And then, hopefully, in an hour, maybe less, because I'll have a second guy coming to help me, we'll get going. Couple ugga-duggas, eh? That'll get her done. Also, is this what it's like to own a non-GM truck and actually have a working tailgate latch? Cause goodness sakes, I mean, I don't think I've ever had a tailgate that just works. It's nice, and I still approach it like a GM one and give it that little wiggle, you know? You guys know the drill. Guten tight. We got the old disc serviced up. It's running now, and we're really at the end of our season, especially to be disking. Like, we're pushing it, and it's not doing a great job, but I think it's breaking it up a bit, making it darker, so even if it's kind of uneven, doesn't do a great job, it'll help it dry up in the spring, and that's worth more than not touching it. We have to till. We have to do something. As you can tell, it's having a hard time here, and it's seriously wet right there. But this is where we hauled everything out of this whole section. So we're gonna hit this a couple times because this got destroyed. It's hard packed, rutted up. And then we're gonna start doing angles. We tried running just slightly offset to what we combined, and we just couldn't get in the tracks. Like, we couldn't dig them in. So now we're gonna go like 90 to the way we combined, or like 87 degrees. And it's cutting through the tracks a lot better. So we're making progress. We're gonna get stuff going. I guess I should have parked that deep tiller somewhere else, but maybe I'll get the alternator on the 936 here later today, maybe, and then I can move that and we can touch that up, because we can only go like 6 miles an hour here. Otherwise, we're just skimming even more. So it's gonna take a long time to get this section done. But we're still making progress, and that is a good thing. It's a 34-foot offset disc, so it's 34 feet in the back. I don't know, 30 in the front, something like that. And it's old, and I want to change it. All right, well, we headed back to the main yard, and then I got a call I wasn't expecting to get. The disc is stuck. And, oh, it's doing a nice job. It looks really good. Yeah, the disc is stuck. We're going through some icy stuff. It broke through. It's not really stuck, it just doesn't have any grip. Which I tell you guys how much I like the 2-tracks, but we're having an awful lot of grip issues. Anyways, we're gonna get the 936, even though it doesn't have alternator on it, and use it to pull it out. Otherwise, we're gonna use the Cummins. It's too funny, I almost died. or the 4690, but we're gonna try the 936. I think it'll work. We're gonna grab my bolts. Need that. And we'll take these belts off because they're not running anything. And we'll get it fired up, and then we're gonna quickly tape up this connector so that it doesn't short out on anything, and go pull them out. It's gonna be a hard start for the old girl. We need all the electrical we can get. Shut you off. All right. Come on. I know you wanna. I know you wanna. We're close. Just gotta go before we run out of battery. Oof. What a smoke show. Nice. Hey. Nice. Man, thank goodness for idiot lights. Like, I would never have known that the alternator's not there. Thank you. Anyways, he's right there. We gotta go slow, let this thing warm up, but hopefully we get him pulled out. Gotta get nice and close. I don't have much chain. It's really not buried at all. Like, it would be fine any other day, but it's just icy. We can't lift it up enough, so we'll just try and slowly crawl out of here. We just don't have any grip, and it's pretty in there good. We're gonna fold it up and then maybe put the wheels down, and maybe we can get it moving, but I don't have a strap because I wasn't at the main yard yet. So, I don't know, we'll see what we can do. I can't really yank them, I can just pull, and I got no grip. Oh, things are super slippery underneath here, we just have no grip, and that's the issues we're having, so we're gonna try digging out everything and see if we can make any progress. Holy shit, we did it. We dug for like a half an hour in front of the tracks because it had sunk down pretty good. So once it chews through the frost, then it just keeps going. And we dug out in between these tires because these are what was holding us up. Look at all that clay, man. This is how we bury stuff here all the way down to the frame. It's wet, you spin out, and it just sinks. Now that thing's gonna be all plugged up. So we'll get them going again. Make sure we're going about 14 miles an hour and drop this thing in the ground and see if she spins, because holy smokes. I have done far too much laborious activities today. My Fitbit's gonna be happy. We're just folding out now, and he's gonna drop into the ground going quick. See what happens, and then it's just, if you hit a wet spot once, don't go back a second time. Alright, we're trying to get her unplugged. We went quick, we got most of it. 2 gangs stuck. We just cleaned them out. Let's see if they'll go. So we got the disc out and running again, and now I am gonna head back to the main yard where I was heading originally. But we're gonna quickly pull the carb off this tractor because it died right here with the bale on the front. And it's leaking gas out of it, so I need to take it apart, check it out, and see if I can get it going until parts show up, because this sucks. So the other night, my tractor, the Massey, it died, ran out of fuel. I filled it back up and it wouldn't run again, and then I realized it was leaking a ton of gas with the carb. So either we got the float valve is stuck open for some other reason, or the float itself is got a hole in it and it's not floating, but it's leaking gas constantly. So we're gonna take it apart, see what we see. I ordered a rebuild kit, but maybe we'll be able to get it working in the meantime, because I need to use that tractor, and it's inconvenient bringing tractors from the farm when I need them. When I have one, it just doesn't run. So I've never been into this style carb. I haven't done much with carbs. I'm not that old. Well, I guess that depends who you ask, but I didn't really come from the carb era. I don't have much experience with it, but we'll take it apart and see what we see. It's what we always do. And I've got a couple ideas of what I'll do. I've never had this carb apart, but I'm pretty sure it's full of... you guys can't see it that well, but there's a lot of crap in the bottom there. So we'll get this thing cleaned up, blown out, clean up the jets and stuff, and take a look at that float seat. I'm sure the needle's probably just worn, but we'll get it ready to go back together, new parts if we need, and then hopefully it works well. So I'm just cleaning this thing up, blowing it out, got the brake clean, and then holy smokes, it's cracked right there. And that's right in the bowl, or like where the float is for the gas. So I'll have to pay attention to that when I put it back together. It might be leaking. I never noticed that. So this is all cleaned up. This is your main jet, I guess. This is the needle for it. And then the fuel goes down there, up through here. Or the fuel goes down there, up through here. And into the engine. So this is cleaned up. Now we will take the float off of this by removing the pin here. And then we can get the gasket out of here and clean up this side of things. So the float hooks up to this float needle here. And when it lifts up with the fuel, it shuts off this valve right there. And then it won't pour over into the carb, which is what I think was happening, because everything else looks fine. This is the float. You shake it, there's no gas in it, so it's not like it was leaking and not floating. So the needle just must not have seated well, so we blew it all out, cleaned it all up. Let's put it back together. We need this, like that. Actually, first we need this in there like that, because that sits in there. Now we can put the needle on the float and put the float on here, and then go back together. We got it back together. I'm not 100% sure that it went back quite proper, because this main needle right there, that front screw, it was holding it up and not allowing me to close it properly. So I unscrewed it. Now it doesn't sit as low as it used to. So I'm not sure what's going on. But, I mean, it's pretty easy to tune these carbs. This is a basic system, so we'll throw it on, see if it leaks, and if it doesn't leak, then we'll try and get it running nicely by adjusting it. So we did our little carb project. Hopefully that gets that tractor running for now, because it's really inconvenient. It's been a good tractor, though. I just got a call. I was going to head to my place and start disking, like take over for the guy who's running it, but it's not working very well anymore. We've lost too much frost over the day. Pick it back up tomorrow night. Now I'm gonna take the combine. I need to pick up our header, which is over there, lift it up so that I can close the shield, because we're getting it ready to sell. So I pressure washed it and I put all the shields back on, but it was on the trailer and I can't close it when it's on the trailer. So we'll move that, park the combine, because we're done pressure washing it. It's ready to go to be worked on. All the shields are off. It's gonna help a ton. Last year it took us too long. We were doing all this in the middle of winter. Nothing would start. Everything was covered in snow. It was a pain. We learned our lesson. We spend a day now, or you spend two later. So we did it early. So now we're gonna park this until we're ready to take it back to my place, which it'll spend the night or the year, or the winter, I guess, in the cold storage shed until I'm ready to work on it, probably next summer. Because I always want to finish and then start working on the combines right away, but they take too long, like a month each when I'm doing it myself, and I just can't dedicate that time now because I need the planter and that sort of thing to be working. So we're gonna fire it up and get it moved. It's dead. That sucks. It's gonna need a little bit of help. Hopefully we can get it started here. Truck doesn't have enough power all the time for this, so probably work better with that. I'm impressed it started. Also, we're gonna have to lift that jack up before we move anywhere, because that would be a problem. Problem is I just couldn't close this door because that would be in the way. So now we close it and we'll put it back down. Now in a week or two we'll move that back to my place, and that header is the nicest it's looked in a long time. So it and the trailer are actually for sale if anyone needs a 1200 Max Flex and 40-foot header trailer. Anyways, let's head back to my place. So we had to shut down the disc because things were getting too greasy, but I'm happy with the job it's doing. It looks good. It's busting it up. It's gonna make it dry out faster in the spring, and it's definitely helping blacken it up. So these are all good things. I'll take kind of a, I don't know, 60% as good a job to be at least going in the right direction, which that's good. Working up nicely. Tomorrow it sounds like it's going to be the last cold night for a couple days, so see what we can get done tomorrow, and then it might be a few days till we're back in here. No, we're not going to combine those beans, buddy. We missed a couple, but it's going to be okay. I got the supervisor here. We're getting the alternator thrown on. Then we're going to hook up to this deep tiller and maybe deep till in between the road. We'll see what happens. That's ready to rock and roll. We're going to get the supervisor and chief here, who I don't know what he's up to, and we're gonna go disking. Nope, deep tilling. Yeah. Nice. I do like having just kind of a stock toolbox that's mobile. Mainly for the wrenches. Here's the pin we need. We'll shut off the truck and see what we can do. Alright, let's fire her up again for the second time today. Ooh, nice. Tell it's warmer. Ah, alternator lights off. Must have put one in there. All right, let's hook up to that now. Little buddy found the lock, the little up and down thing. Locked it and then unscrewed it, so he locked himself in there. Guess we'll try and get in through this door, maybe. We'll get in. Are you a free man? Good job. Never dull or boring, tell you that much. I don't worry about it as much now that he can understand and listen to me, and if I tell him to open the window, he can do that. When they're a year and a half old instead of 3, nah, maybe not. Anyways, we got it hooked up. Let's fold this thing up and try and do some... We're gonna deep till in between the road and the trees, because that area is still kind of a mess from when we built the road 2 or 3 years ago. All right, we got little buddy put to work here. He's folding it up. There should be. We made it a bit of the way. Are you pushing it still? Yeah, we got her figured out. He just wasn't pushing the lever hard enough. But anyways, we're going up. He's doing that. I'm gonna put the jack the way it needs to be. Then we'll be good to go. Thanks for the help, buddy. You're doing a good job, dude. It's hard. We're getting there though. Alright, well, I think it was a little too wet, so we stopped before we made too big a mess. And we parked this. At least it's not in the main field. I think honestly we should probably just bring the disc in here. I think it'll do a better job. We'll try and get that done at some point here, but we're gonna go take a look and see what it did anyways. It's getting pretty hard to see, but the deep tiller definitely wasn't it, and it's too muddy. So we're gonna try the disc in here maybe in a couple days. We're trying to get this thing going here. We installed the carb. Now we're gonna turn the fuel on. And, well, if we see it pouring out there, we'll know that we still got a problem. Also, this needle, I don't know if I left it tight. Yeah, I did. So, I don't know, we'll give it 1.5 turns. I gotta look at my owner's manual. I've got a manual, so I'll get that carb set where I think it needs to be. But we're just right now seeing if it's got leaks. Dada. Yeah, buddy, what's up?
What are you on here?
I will in a minute, buddy. We're just checking something. Well, it was another incredibly eventful day, like they usually tend to be. But we're making progress on the section. Hopefully we go tomorrow. I don't know if we will. We'll have to wait for a bit more frost. And they say there's supposed to be rain tonight, so who knows? Like it's the middle of November and we're still getting rain. That's crazy. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching, hanging out. I'm loving all the support and all you guys following along. That's sweet, and I appreciate it. And I'm gonna keep doing it for you guys.